Good afternoon, evening, afternoon. We'll go with afternoon. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium for March the 24th, 2026. Oh my lord. I should just turn this off and either go to bed or try starting over again, and this is what happens when you get 5 hours of sleep. Hi, Admiral Kage. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good evening. Let's see. What can I throw on this ship as a science console? Oh, that's already on there. We'll do that one. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I have been running around like a crazy person all day enjoying what was supposedly a cool day, and it's in the mid 50s, so lovely, and not working. I'm sorry you're working. It's taken me a year and a half to get used to this idea of retirement. Not always a good thing, but it's where I am right now. Have I got this queued up? This is a good question. I know I said all Borgies, but I've got some Vodwar and I've got some Zenkethi that need some death. So let's go do those guys real quick. Then we can get around to doing Borgs. I assume people need to do Kittimer Vortex, which is why I'm on the alt account right now. So I'm sure it needs to do Kittimer Vortex. Let's pull up the Excel spreadsheet and see what's coming up, though. Spreadsheet, there you are. Yes, I love my spreadsheets. Put that over there, though. Universal Endeavors. So today is Kittimer Vortex. Oh, tomorrow's started duty officer recruitment assignment, and nothing for Friday. It's the easy week. Woo! Good. Good. I will be honest, I enjoyed work a lot. I enjoy not work also. So I understand that they posted the stats for the new bundle. I've only heard from one person and they're not blown away, but you know how it is sometimes with stuff. It doesn't look great. Somebody takes it out, plays with it, works up a really good build, and all of a sudden you've got something that's verging on the new meta. That said, I got some other uses for my money right now. Though in addition to paying my taxes this year, apparently I also overpaid my insurance bill this month. So I'm enjoying that. How many did I get? 7 to go.
They must find some tactical advantage in these actions for some reason.
I'm reading Zenkethi life signs ahead. They're waiting for us.
Good. We will meet them in glorious battle.
Apparently, if you fall in the flowers, you get stuck. And there's the 20. Yay, those are done. Yay. So what I find funny is I had to do 60 Vodwar on the ground on my other account this morning. And I have 60 Vodwars on the ground on this account. It's the third day in a row where I've had the same purple endeavor on both of my accounts. Did I think to look before I started? No. Can I run both simultaneously? Yes. My computer is big enough I can do that. Alright, let's see if we can go kill some Vodwar. I do not know if I've gotten that far. Yeah, that's not going to happen on this account. Let's go jump on a different tune since nobody else is here at the moment. We'll let my Gorn go to handle all this pesky podware. Yeah, retirement's getting to be a thing. My friends, my co-workers, yes, are all retiring. The people I train with, they're all at that point where they're either changing life status from single to married, married to new parent, or they're like me and getting ready to retire, which is really challenging because for those of us who love martial arts, it is very difficult to retire. We tend to die rather than retire. But then you get that moment of stepping away from having to be at the school 3 nights a week in addition to doing your job and whatever else you do. It's not easy sometimes to step away. I was lucky COVID hit and I had to step away. The school closed because the gym where we taught closed. And 2 years later, I'm living in Indianapolis and the thought of going back and teaching again is done. I will say I miss it. Deus Vult. So funny to see Star Trek Academy got canceled, go woke, go broke. It was never supposed to run more than 2 seasons. I don't see where people are surprised. They recorded both of the 2 seasons at the get-go with the knowledge that it was probably going to be Kurtzman's last thing with Bad Robot because the Sundance deal was in the works. I thought it would have been stunning if they hadn't canceled it, or if they had gone for a third season because that had been the criteria from the beginning. So season 1 had moments. No doubt Paul Giamatti is just a great actor, and they actually wrote a really good villain in this. What's his name? Nuspraka? Nuspraka. He was, in the end though, he was very simplistic, but up until episode 10, he was probably the most complex and interesting character in the entire series. And then they did the cheap out with, oh, he's behaving like a kid. Would you follow a kid? I won't go into modern politics, but apparently, yeah, most people will. So I don't think that was a good way out of it. And I didn't like how they characterized, what's his name's mother, Mira, Caleb's mother. Again, very simplistic. You have the potential of writing beautiful, complex characters, and you do characters that in the end are one-dimensional, if that. And it's too bad because it's very clear they could write one character very well, and they gave him an easy out, and they did the same thing with the mother. She could have been, the premise for that could have been so much better, and she could have been such a better character in terms of writing, and her as an actress was, it's okay. Hang on 1 second, I will be right back. I'm sorry about that. I was out with the doggers all day. Not all day, but enough of the day that it's a nice day, so I'm just wearing a sweatshirt. Come back inside. It's toasty with a sweatshirt on, but kind of hard to remove that when you're wearing a headset. But getting back to Starfleet Academy. Now, I don't know what they're going to do with season 2. In my opinion, season 1 was a standalone. It could have been written a lot better. And there's a part of me that's very tempted to go back, watch it one more time, and turn it into a better series than it was with, maybe some of the plots would change, the plot points would change, but maybe not a lot. A lot of the characters would change. What surprised me is I really dislike Tig Notaro, and I really hate the character she plays. I couldn't stand her in Discovery, and I don't like her as an actress, period, or comedian. That last episode, she nailed it. She did a good job doing what a good teacher would do. But more than that, when she shifted out of teacher mode into leader mode, back to teacher mode, back to leader mode, good writing, decent acting. Surprised me. Really surprised me. Okay, so we get little bits of really good writing. We get little bits of really garbage writing. And I suspect there's a lot of writing by committee, which is unfortunately something we see a lot of in these 10 episode things. What was some of the other ones? Velma was a writing by committee. She-Hulk was writing by committee. I think there's 2 other series out there. You know, Admiral, I'm going to say you should watch it with an open mind because I think people find small things in there they find quite enjoyable. They find things in there they don't like. Overall, it's not great. It has some good Trek moments. It just doesn't have a lot of them, but it does have some moments. So I know some people really loved it, and I'm happy that they're enjoying it. I'm not going to tell them there's bad people for enjoying something I don't care for. I would probably binge watch it though, or at least watch one or two episodes at a time. Episode one's kind of long, so that's a standalone. Um, I'm gonna go grab these real quick here and take a look at them. No, I'm not gonna put them up here. When was that gonna be in? I do love the fact that it's immediately fallen off my list. Okay, episode one, decent. Episode two, garbage. Episode three, absolute garbage. Episode four, not bad. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I think it did a really nice job of showing a possible issue in the Klingons in post-diaspora, as they're spreading out. And there's aspects of it that I thought were exceptionally well done. It shows more to the Klingons than just warrior cult. Episode 5, trash. Episode 6, actually not bad. It could have been better, but it had its moments. 7, ugh. 8, really garbage, insulting garbage. Ninth, Jonathan Frakes directed it. It had moments. Probably it's the most consistently filmed and the most even in terms of tone. But episode 10 verged from moments of greatness with Paul Giamatti and weirdly enough Tig Notaro doing phenomenal jobs, but also underwritten in areas. Now, a lot of people loved 5 and 8, the two that I think are absolute trash. Sam as a character is just underwritten and poorly conceptualized. I think that aspect should be written out. And where she goes with, I think it's episode 8. Yeah, episode 8. That should have been earlier in it, or it actually should have happened before it, because the character who comes back is much better written. The whole living out your life, and I'm going to ruin this for somebody, or, understanding what it is to be growing up, as lived through portraying our town, for all you Americans who've had to do our town in high school. It was painful. It was so painful. All right. Admiral Kage says, for the most part, I enjoy Trek, but I don't like TNG and Lower Decks. I love them both. It does not make you wrong. Does not make me right. I mean, I liked it for me. You don't like it for you. Great. My son has said this, and I've said it many times too. Trek is ice cream. There's a gazillion flavors. Almost everybody will find one they like. But for everybody who loves Rocky Road, which I find to be garbage and will not eat it, there's a person who loves the smoked bone marrow Morello cherry ice cream. Everybody's got the thing they like. But I love it, especially with people like Chris and Taz and What's the Hell and Maywin. After we're done watching episodes, we can talk about it, voice our opinions, say what we think was good, what was bad, where we think they didn't do it well, where they could have done it better, and it's done respectfully. And I'm going to say most of the Trekkies I know are extremely respectful people. Yeah, oh hell, there's actually smoked bone marrow ice cream, believe it or not. With cherries. It's got cherries in it. You smoke the bone marrow, melt it, and that becomes the fat component in the ice cream. And then you churn it, put it into the ice cream mix with the base and the sour cherries, by the way, and some extra sugar. And you churn it, and it's got this really luxurious texture. But the smokiness is weird, but delicious. Yeah, I'm sure it came out of a Ben and Jerry's thing at some point. It was in some fancy schmancy restaurant I was at, but it was good. I want to say it was maybe a Vegas restaurant. I mean, doesn't it sound like a Vegas restaurant thing? So, getting back to Academy, the one thing I hated about episode 8, aside from the horrendous, god awful utilization of our town as a framing mechanism, is it also drew heavily on my favorite episode of Voyager. I didn't like Voyager, but there was one episode that I thought was just standout, made me break down in tears, and I'm not a Voyager person. Which is the one about the doctor's family. It is called Real Life. Brilliant episode. Really, really, really well done. And I think they worked the characters into that in such a way that it was just taking all the intensity out of the Voyager episode. Robert Picardo is great in it, in the episode from Starfleet Academy, but I thought it was a horrible misuse of the framing mechanism. But hey, that's me. Was it here that I shared that they tried to make pepperoni ice cream? No, I have not heard of pepperoni ice cream. I've had soy sauce ice cream, which is phenomenal. I've had wasabi ice cream, which was weird AF, because it was both hot and cold at the same moment, but not hot like in a hot fudge sundae. But it was really good. And what was the other one? Oh, sesame ice cream, which is kind of obvious. Next on Strange Combo Recipes, thought up while stoned. I've told you, guys, about the one time I tried a gummy, right? One time. I'm going to say it was after my husband passed away, but it might have been right before that. No, it was after he passed away. Because the doctor had asked me to go get him some gummies to try and increase his appetite so he could maybe put on some weight and possibly be eligible for surgery or chemo or something. And he wouldn't take the gummies, which is weird because this is a guy who in his youth enjoyed his drugs. And I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about drugs on this, but anyway, he loved his medicinal stuff. But when it was legal and he really needed it, he wouldn't do it. So I took it home, and the guy at the gummy store, this was in Illinois where this was legal, said full meal first, half gummy to follow. What did I do? Full gummy, no meal, and went to cook supper afterwards, and was so not with it that I wasn't entirely sure I could turn off the stove. And then I thought I should call my brother-in-law who lived next door to come over and turn off the stove. And then I couldn't remember where I put my feet because they weren't attached to my legs anymore. Needless to say, I don't do that stuff anymore. That was not a good experience for me. Let's see. Pepperoni ice cream tasted like barf? Yeah, I can kind of see that would happen.
Good evening.
Hello there. What's the hell? How are you doing?
Very well.
Good.
I bought the new Kumari.
So you bought it. Did you buy the whole set? Or, can you buy just individual ships, or do you have to buy the whole set?
I can buy the individual ships, and I had coupons for it.
Oh! Wow, it's only 2,400. I have coupons. It's a beautiful ship. I have to say that the Surak is also gorgeous in my opinion.
I bought the Kumari mostly for its trade, which is very nice.
What is the trade on there?
Foes, your weapons apply taunt for 10 seconds, no stack, no refresh.
Okay.
To self, heal 45% of incoming direct energy weapon damage to all shields for 30 seconds.
That could be really helpful.
Indeed, the trade's name is a budding alliance.
Oh, that makes sense with the reference down here. We keep doing each other favors. Isn't that how an alliance is born? Yes. All right. Let's see. The bundle is 12,000 Zen. Though I apparently have 12,000 Zen. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but I have 12,000 Zen. Oh, because this is my alt account. That's why. But I have a bunch of T6 coupons if it works on those.
But then you don't get the bundle exclusives.
What is the bundle exclusive?
two shitty guns and a somewhat interesting EV suit, I suppose.
Well, there's a account unlock on the Zindi primate Adolith.
Yeah, that's nice if you wanted to make several beam overload builds.
Yeah, there's that. Some keys, some tech upgrades, that's nice. Ship upgrade tokens, eh. Oh, extra starship slots. But it's still 12,000. I don't know that I
Well,
want to spend
it's
12,000.
cheaper than the bundles are normally, which is 17,000.
Well, this one's only 16,000. I'm looking at the price, 16.5, I think. No, 16, because that's such a reasonable price. That's 160 bucks. If I'm going to spend 160 bucks, I would like something amazing out of it. Thank you very much. Admiral says, if you decide you want something in the bundle, you'll still have to pay full price for the bundle as pricing is not dynamic. Yes, I know that.
Yeah.
But honestly, I have so many things I've never unboxed yet. I can wait. I don't have to do it. I'm sure it's on sale for a while.
I have one beam overload build, for which I already have an Atlas from the lobby store.
I have one as well. It's not an account unlock, but on this account, I don't know that I would use it for more than that. And I don't know what else would give me an advantage with it. This is an account where I've only got like 5 or 6 tunes. Sorry, remember we went out and did the Vadwar this morning? Turns out I had it on both of my accounts, which really stinks, but no worries.
What did you have? What?
I had the 60 Vadwar this morning that you helped me do.
Uh-huh.
Turns out I had on both of my accounts 60 Vadwar.
Ah, wonderful.
If I had been paying attention, I probably would have noticed it and gotten all my accounts running at once. But it's not that difficult. But for this afternoon, evening, I have got Kittimer Vortex on this account. And I thought we could do an evening dedicated to slaughtering the poor Borgies, ground and space.
Fair enough.
But I'm going to get these guys shot up a little bit here. Let's see if we can find some more of those guys. Ooh, it's quiet in this map today. I did not watch the show today. I had been gone, got back just as it was starting, and the dogs are like, but Mom, we haven't been out today. Okay, I will take you out. Hour and a half later, show's ending. I'm just getting in. And again, messages from everybody going, they gave the stats on the ship, blah-bitty, blah-bitty, blah. So I figure I'll just watch it later.
Yeah, it was kind of surprising.
Because of the stats?
No, because I saw on Reddit that the new bundle is apparently already there and on sale, and yeah.
Yep, they had to have come out with today's
Yeah,
patch. Because it wasn't ready to go live last week. I'm sure that's what they were talking about today. Aside from the 10th anniversary, I haven't gotten a lot of bundles unless there's been a weird reason. Like I needed a costume piece from it, like 4 years ago. And by the time I priced out getting just the costume piece by itself, because it was obviously something that was going to be niche, it would have cost me more to get everything to get the components for the costume together than to just buy the gosh darn bundle. So I bought the gosh darn bundle, just so I could get the costume, and then I didn't wind up using it. Some days, you know?
I'm guessing there are a great many people who have the Boref robes or something.
So what?
You can get the robes of the monks of Boref in a bundle, I don't know
Ah,
which, for 22,000 Zen.
yeah, that's about it. I bought something else and got the robes and didn't even know I got the robes, but I wanted something that was for a Beverly Crusher character. And the only way to get one of the costume pieces was in the bundle, and everything else separately got into the ridiculous levels. So yeah, about 12,000 Zen. I'm like, the whole package is
Was it the
12,000.
lantern?
No, no, that was a Halloween thing.
Oh, right, the lantern was a Halloween thing.
Yeah, because it had spooky
But
ghost
does she
things.
have the lantern?
That's a good point. She doesn't have the lantern. We have the lantern. Okay, there's one hiding here someplace. There he is. Well, I'm up to 50. I need 10 more. Where are you guys hiding? Good evening, Lexers. The universe is against you? Why, pray tell, is the universe against you? Oh, the plasma ghost lantern. Yes, that was a Halloween thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember that it was specifically tied to anything ghosty. It was just a thing. Looks like there's a bunch of these guys just standing here. I will agony field them all.
Wasn't that
There
a
it goes.
Halloween episode? Or that, I don't know.
It wasn't the regular Halloween episode because Hearts and Minds, which by the way will run one more time this year, which I found to be very interesting. 2026 is an atypical year with 3 Friday the 13th in it. February, March, and November.
You got your water.
Yeah, easy peasy. It just takes a few minutes. Faster than getting Voth on the ground. The anaphasic plasma candle.
Yeah, that was from the Halloween event. But I think the episode in which it premiered back in TNG.
Oh yeah,
was an
absolutely. The
Halloween
episode was Sub Rosa. Sub Rosa
Yeah.
Beneath the Surface. Yeah, one of the not particularly stunning episodes.
Oh, I found it stunning, all right. Goodness me.
Uh, it it was interesting.
One way to call it.
It was the fall of the old ones in October of 2023. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember this one. You're right. It's the regular Halloween event. Yeah, that was definitely an episode. Mm-hmm.
One of the episodes of all time.
Oh goodness. Lexer says, I'm not sure how it's called in English, but sewage overflowed into the boiler room a few weeks ago. The landlord decided it was time for a major plumbing overhaul, but I'm still recovering from my bronchitis, and they're causing as much destruction than renovation, and I must remain available for them. Wow. Okay, so we had a very minor sewage backup in my house. Very minor. And my insurance company was great. Sent in a repair team. It was going to be under $1,000, so it wasn't going to be reimbursed. But after they did all the work, they took the damaged wallboard out and sent it off for testing to make sure that I hadn't been exposed to anything, which I thought was amazing. But if there had been anything in that test and was like a 2-hour test, they were going to move me out of the house along with the dogs while they basically gutted that space and completely replaced it.
Neat.
Yeah. Amazing insurance company. As it turns out, because I caught it as it was happening, they had somebody out there within 2 hours to fix everything.
Hmm.
Nothing was bad. It just was messy. But it was the first time I've ever used the I'm a little old lady card. Because I had to call up the town first and say, hey, there's sewage backing up into my house. We'll get somebody out there. I said, I would really appreciate it. I mean, I'm an old lady. And they're like, they'll be there within 10 minutes. And they were there in 10 minutes. And they're like, it's not on our side. So this is what we think it is. You need to call your insurance company. I did call my insurance company. For those of you who want to know, it was USAA, which is an insurance company that primarily caters to current and ex-military, first responders, things like that. So, very respectful people. Very thorough. Not horribly expensive compared to most insurance companies.
Hmm.
Oh, you use them for your car? Excellent. I use them for my car and my house. Would you like an invitation to go play?
Sure.
Yeah, my husband was a Vietnam vet. So after he passed and I had to get him off all of the insurance and make sure everything was in my name, there wasn't a single time that it wasn't, thank him for his service. Thank you for, being a spouse of a service person. I'm like, that's so nice. And we're sorry for your loss and all those nice little things that people don't have to do. But they did. All right. What would you like to do? Like I said, I thought I'd make this an evening of Borgies. I see Chris is on, but he's not here, so I'm going to assume that he's getting ready for bed or something since he has work early tomorrow morning. We burned through 3 different plumbing companies, and none respected the appointments they gave. Oh. Oh. Now, is this your house, Lexers, or is this like something you own? And I'll tell you about my plumbing company. So I live in a fairly high area, but the water table is still quite high. So most of the homes here have either basements where they have sump pumps, to pump out any water that comes up in there, or where I am, I just have a crawl space. But again, it's got a sump pump, so if any water were to come into the house area, it gets pumped out. Well, I moved in and I could hear the sump pump constantly running, so I called a plumbing company. They came out here, took a look at it, and the guy said, okay, these are your options, blah, bitty, blah, bitty, blah, bitty, blah. And I said, okay, well, I want the best one. He goes, you don't need the best one. You need that one. It's like $200 cheaper. I can get it here in 15 minutes from the warehouse, and it will suffice for as long as you own the house. Okay.
Hmm.
That was amazing. Brilliant move on their part because I have to have some more plumbing done, and needless to say, they're going to be the company I call. All right, what are we going to play? What's the hell?
In case Chris comes on later, let's get the ground ones out of the way.
Okay. Yep. My guess is he'll probably be done with us and then go walk the evil hellspawn. His evil hellspawn. Um, let's see. We're going to skip that one. Which one is that one? I love Cure Applied, but I think we should wait to see if anybody else comes on who plays it consistently because that one won't come up. Oh, will that come up as random? No, that won't come up as a random. How about Into the Hive? That will come up as a random.
That would come up, yes.
Okay, let's start with that one. As I'm doing that, let me see what I've got for... I don't have any really good weapons for that one. Weeboo?
Weeboo.
Okay.
You have penetrated to the heart of Unimatrix 01 and the home of the Borg Queen. Prepare for glorious battle. The Borg disrupt their communications by disconnecting drones and
As Pie Crazy Cat Lady, well, greetings to you, person with amazing name. How are you doing? Let's see, let's do that one. Okay. I went over to my son's house today because I wanted to learn more about playing RPGs because I've started playing Savage World with some friends. And I do not play tabletop games. And I don't understand dice mechanics. I didn't understand a lot of it, so he's doing the short tutorial version for me. And as we're doing that, I didn't realize the cat was downstairs. The cat was downstairs. Cat jumps off the cat tree because the food goes into the automatic food feeder thing, and I'm freaked out because I have no idea where all this noise is coming from.
Well, the cat would eventually explain, I'd say, but yeah.
It was not my fault that I died. Totally not my fault.
Borg floor heater.
Yeah, and it had little bungee cords that kept me in place. Oh. Ah, okay. Well, you know what they say, Lexers, no good deed goes unpunished. I wonder if I can jump over that corner. Woo! Well, maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Ah! No, no, no.
force field between a central plexus and collective core is down. Gather there for a mission update. We are detecting.
Oops. Did I go the wrong way? I went the wrong way. Did somebody upload the virus?
Ah,
I normally do it over here, but it's not letting me do it, so. Oh, somebody uploaded the virus.
Borg are reacting to the virus upload. Reinforcements inbound.
Ooh, somebody's got a KDF too. What are you doing up there? When Moopsy latches onto your neck, it's too late for life changes. That is definitely Star Trek life advice.
The Borg are in chaos. The time has come. Attack the Queen. This is it.
Ooh, somebody's got some ouchies on him. Do I? Nope, I'm good. Oh, there's still one back there.
There's still plenty of my mines up there. Can't you walk in there?
Oh, well, fine. And who has joined us? It's Taz. Hi, Taz.
Good morning.
And how are you? Did you get a nap?
Yeah.
Good. Oops. We're having a night of Borg mania.
Borg-mania?
Yep, we're doing all Borg stuff tonight. Space and ground.
Ah.
Congratulations, Admiral.
You cannot defeat me. You cannot defeat the Borg.
I woke up to a... How should I call it? A drowning dream or something like that.
Oh, that's icky.
But apparently I just swallowed a whole bunch of spittle down into my
Oh, yeah.
lungs. So I'm on the bridge of coughing my lungs out.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Hohel posts the Moopsie enigma. You're boned while being deboned. Yes. Well phrased, yes indeed.
I need to excuse myself for a bit. I need to reset my computer. My RAM is falling out or something.
Absolutely.
Falling out?
I assume that's not literal.
Not quite, but yeah. Yeah.
What happened? RAM coming out of your computer should be like your computer stopped working?
I don't think he means it literally.
Okay.
I made a small amount of money this weekend selling all of my dead tribble carcasses. And I was just telling everybody, and I will iterate, which is tomorrow's endeavor is start a recruitment thing at the academy. And there's nothing on Friday, so we don't have one this weekend. Oh, Lexers, I have. So in the U.S., there is an issue with once somebody is in a house, sometimes it's very hard to get them out of a house. They're called squatters. They could be a legal tenant who has defaulted on the rent, and they need to be evicted legally because the landlord's doing it the correct way, and they just decline to leave. And it's very hard to get them out legally. But there's a guy in California who has basically started a business. You want to get squatters out? Well, legally, you still own it, so you give him a key, he goes in there, and he starts living there, often with a lot of his friends, being even more obnoxious to the squatters than they were to the landlord. Parties all day long, throwing their stuff out because, they're not legally there, and they can have all the fun they want. And after a couple of days, people have a tendency to leave.
Yeah, I think I've heard about that.
Yeah.
It's kind of horrible.
Yep.
Especially for those landlords that rely on the income and suddenly don't get it at all anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because they can't get rid of them, and it's destroying their lives.
Exactly. It can be horrible, and in some states, California is a great example. It's really hard to get a tenant out of an apartment or a townhome or whatever. Even if you are doing everything by the book, it can be a year before you can legally do it, and you still can't guarantee that you'll get them out.
Yeah.
So this guy just goes in and takes over. Hey, it's What's the Hell? Hi, What's the Hell? How you doing?
Much better.
Good. Long time no see.
Mm-hmm. I have a problem with my RAM bank that is apparently has more days behind it than before it. If some program addresses a higher address,
Oh.
It will eventually overheat or something.
Yep.
So since I can get Windows to not stuff useless stuff into the RAM.
Yeah.
I need to reset the computer.
Yeah. Windows is not always our friend. It's on my list of things to do maybe this year. Maybe.
And since RAM costs an arm and a leg these days,
Mm-hmm.
I could probably afford one bank. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
What kind of RAM?
DDR2 RAM.
Whoa.
Is old RAM. That still works with clay tablets, and yeah. The user manual was in cuneiform.
I might have 8 gigabytes of those laying around. If you want 16, it's DDR3, I think.
What?
I just got an advertisement from Stowe for the 16th anniversary bundle, and they've changed the layout of their announcements, and it's actually very easy to read this. What the heck?
And they made a trailer in the style of a mini documentary, and they even dressed up, had
Oh,
themselves some actors
really?
or acting.
Wow. I might have to steal this for the convention. I don't think they would say no. Hey, WC, how you doing? I've been following WC mentioned Subnautica to me at some point in our many conversations. So there's been this whole lawsuit going on here in the States with the sub. Pardon?
Afton.
Yes. Yeah. So it didn't go very well for them. It did go pretty well for the Subnautica devs. Regarding
That
the
is good.
regarding the upcoming Universal, do not launch it from the Starbase. I mean the current Universal, not the upcoming one. What?
Why not?
Well, I don't understand what you're saying, Lexers. Regarding the upcoming Universal, do not launch it from the Starbase, and ROMs must launch from New Romulus Command, not their Factions Academy. Are we talking about?
The current one is still the TFO, yes?
Right, and the one that's upcoming is just a Academy recruitment thing. So,
Yeah, if you're a Romulan, you
yeah,
shouldn't do it from Starfleet. You should go to the Romulan embassy and do it.
why?
That's why that's what I'm waiting for him to tell.
Yeah. What's the why on this? And obviously, you won't launch it from any Starbase. You'd have to launch it from the Academy. It won't trigger. Okay. Is this a new problem that's popped up? It won't trigger or it won't count as the universal. The trigger is location specific. Well, I do tend to make my Klingons go down to the Klingon Academy and my Federation guys go down to the Fed Academy, so I don't usually send my Romulans off to do that task.
They don't have much choice.
Yeah. Let's see. WC says, I'm getting a cooked breakfast this morning. Woo! Since it is morning over on his side of the planet. Well, WC, it might be messy, but it's really interesting. There is a Canadian lawyer, Ian Runkle, who has been talking about what happened, and it's like an hour synopsis. Really well spoken. KDF must launch from the KDF Academy. Fed is San Francisco. ROMs on New Romulus Command. Well, KDF's always been KDF Academy. Fed's always been San Francisco. So only ROMs have changed. And I have to say, I don't remember ever using my Romulan to launch it on anything.
Romulans do have the advantage, possibly, that they can launch stuff in Romulus or at one of the academy.
Well, that's what Lexers is saying is they can't.
Huh.
Which is,
I have no Romulan, so
I have
whatever.
bunches of Romulans, but like I said, I don't usually run this one on them. If you launch it from the Starbase, well, you can't launch it from the Starbase, Lexers. There's no academy at the Starbase. Remember, you have to go down and talk to, what's her name? I think it's Farah, or the person standing next to Farah at in San Francisco.
She has no name. She is called Personnel Officer.
Personnel officer.
Unless that is her name.
There's a recruitment off. Oh, but I was not aware of that. Has that been there for a while? And I've just been completely oblivious. He says there's a recruitment off in the starbase. No, I always go down to, the personnel officers. Okay. Well, now I've learned something new. Are you back in game? Looks like you are.
Yes.
Okay. Chris is still in game, but he's not coming to play with us. So Chris is a poopy head. And Taz is waking up, so we're not going to bother Taz. Lexers, do you want to send a message out in the fleet letters so everybody knows that? I will send it out, just asking if you want to make sure everybody's aware of this. In the meantime, what's the hell? What next?
Let's do 5.
Hive? Sure. Weeboo? Well, go fall unconscious onto your bed. I have to say, I got home last night at 11:15-ish. Let the dogs out, gave them a snack, let my son know that I was home and alive. Went to bed, managed to get my uniform off, and next thing I know, the alarm's going off at 5. I was tired. It's kind of nice when you get that moment of you hit the bed, you're asleep, then you're awake, and the whole night has gone by, and it's just been so exhausting you've had nothing to do but sleep. Just like naps are sometimes amazing.
Oh.
Hmm.
I remember my grandmother telling me a story about how she took a nap.
Yeah.
And she had a heated blanket. And
Yeah.
that heated blanket was very old.
Oh.
And eventually electrocuted her a bit.
No!
Yeah. We are not very susceptible to electricity in our family, so nothing happened.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I was making that
She
into a very bad story there.
Is that what the youth are calling a power nap?
WC says, well, that's one way for your bed to tell you it's time to get up. Indeed.
Resistance is futile.
Oi.
I remember when I was younger, occasionally I'd come home from school and just be absolutely exhausted. Lie down, wake up, and it was dark outside, and I had no idea if it's the same day, if it's the next day, if it's morning, if it's night. It's like everything just stopped for a while. It was very disconcerting. That's an interesting way to blow up.
This is not the end.
Do I need any Omegas on this one?
I control every ship.
Yeah, I could use some Omegas.
Every drone speaks with my voice.
How many characters are you sticking Omegas together?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I just burned all of my Omega marks on some of mine to generate some more dilithium to refine. This one's only got 1600, so you can see from what I've got here, I tend to burn them when we get to the 2,000 to 3,000 marks, unless it's something I think I'm going to be using. Like Discovery Legends. I haven't really done anything with making any Discovery-specific reputation equipment.
Oh.
Yet.
I usually wait, I have a 5,000 together or something, and then I do 50,000 to exchange into dilithium at once.
I don't know if I do 50,000 at a time or 5,000, but with this one, it's kind of I'm going to do something with this tune probably this month. So I'm not going to be changing anything over except stuff I know I'm not going to be using. Like, it's unlikely I'm going to buy, Nukara anything.
Oh. Presumably, yes.
Yeah, it's unlikely. It's not a for sure thing, but I'll wait till I start with the ship build.
Unless you suddenly decide you need the Nukara, cryo, whatever.
Yes. That possibility does exist, but it's unlikely. Speaking of, let's see if that's still around. Items.
I suppose if you wanted to make a cold damage themed tune or Breen themed tune, you would go for the Winter Cryoshaper set.
Yeah.
Then you could use the thing from Nukara. There's a EV suit that
there is that, yes.
Do anything.
But I have not worried about the EV suits since they started giving us the EV suits that automatically appear on your body when you need them. So, and at that point,
also,
the EVs...
since has been no suit better than the Burnham suit.
Hold on a second here. Admiral Kage, I have friends there. Hang on a second. Let's see what's going on. Oh, goodness. They had a tornado there yesterday, too. All right, that's not good. Let's see if I've got something better than that. All right. Severe weather threatens Missouri through Ohio. Not me, but Missouri through Ohio. Give me some radar. Thank you. Well, they had a tornado yesterday, and I'm looking at the radar for right now, and it's not showing anything, so... Sure it's Kankakee? Yeah, it's clear. Not a cloud in the sky. Well, almost no clouds in the sky, according to this. Yeah, they had really bad weather there yesterday, I'm seeing. Good evening, Chosen. There are 3 Nukara EVs, but are any of them worth it, Lexers, is probably the biggest question.
Hmm.
I mean, the shattering harmonic stuff is fine. So there's the environmental suit, the nanofiber environmental suit. I just see the 2 of them. Am I missing one? 1, 2, 3. You're right, I missed one. The elite suit as well. I did not get a link there. Oh, okay. Well, I will reach out to my acquaintance there and make sure he's okay. We have some fleet mates not that far from there. They haven't hollered yet, so I will check out with them too. Ooh, I lied. I got a couple of friends living out there. And a couple up in Moments or however you call that, which is just northeast of there. Yep, we need to make a few phone calls, make sure everybody's good. No, oh, there it is. It just popped up there. Holy moly! That is messed up. So the waters have flooded up towards the sidewalks, and the hail is hitting hard, splashing up. Golf ball size hail and bigger. I'm seeing bigger pieces popping down there too. Wow. Wow. Yeah, no, things getting to me on DM sometimes takes a moment to cook. They're slow, like me. Yeah, I don't know that I would do Nukar for ground gear because what do we fight in EV suits? We have the Tholian stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about
That's
it.
it.
Yeah. In the olden days, I think we had one Alachi thing where there was a bad environment, and for a moment you get it when you're doing Hearts and Minds. Oh, you used to need it when you were doing mining, the Vlugta mining asteroid. But
Well,
as
you
soon
still need it,
you do,
technically, but yeah.
it magically appears on you as soon as you leave. So, and it doesn't have to be that good. Well, let us continue on with our evening of Borgification. If anybody would like to join us to defeat the Borg, that would be amazing. If you'd like. Let's see. Oh, we also have Kittimer Vortex for those of you who want to do Kittimer. There's that one episode at the end of the Delta story. I think that's the Alachi one that I'm thinking of. Because you have to.
Yeah, but there you just need a respirator,
Right.
which you can then loot from there.
Is it? That's the one where we save Stela, correct?
I don't know. That's the one where you have the doctor with you,
Yeah.
the hologram doctor,
Yeah,
the EMH.
it is. I don't think that's in the Delta Quadrant, though. Is it?
It's in the Delta Quadrant arc, I think.
I haven't done the Delta. It's not takedown, so it would have to be what's left behind. Yeah, would have to be that one. I have to replay the Delta Quadrant on most of my tunes because I get up to that point. I'm good. I get to that one. It's like, no, that's okay. We're good. We don't have to do that
Yeah,
again.
there is a certain episode, yes.
Yeah. Admiral Kage, the last one is now Dust to Dust. It's the Harry Kim episode where you have to go racing through the maze and do all the weird little fight through the gauntlet type things, which isn't a bad one once you know what you're doing. Not that I usually know what I'm doing in life, but hey, that's never stopped me. All right, space or ground? What's your preference?
I have not much preference. Yeah, do space.
Okie dokie, let's see what we've got here. Shattered Piece isn't always that one. Okay, let's do a little Resistance to Starbase one. Yeah, when you're doing all the maze parts, Admiral, it gets bad. The one that always gets me, wee-woo,
Weeboo.
is when you have to go across the electrified floor before it bursts into flames while shooting down the targets on either side. I do not do well with that one. I think I've crossed it once without falling to my death so much that it finally goes, fine, we'll put you on the other side. Thank you. And that's on simple. I'm sure there's a trick to it. I just don't know it. Yep. Yeah, that's Dust to Dust. I went to a corn maze last September, October. And I love the corn mazes around here, but at the center of them, there's always a platform that you can climb up on and view the maze, but it's not high enough that you can really see the details of the maze. Go let your dogs out. No worries. I got up there and immediately thought of Harry Kim in that episode, so took some pictures, sent them to my friends of, now you know what it's like to be in Dust to Dust. And because we're all such nerds, they found that amusing. My doggos are up here taking naps.
Here they come! We're prepping for evac of non-essential personnel and civilians.
I opened up the in-person on one of my not major tunes the other day. I like that ship. Even just out of the box without doing anything to it, it was easy to handle, like to shoot things. Surprisingly nice.
And it can It can take a punch.
Yes, it can. Somebody in chat for this TFO says, "Sir, your plasma grid is erupting."
Yeah, it does it from time to time.
There's a break in the incoming warp signatures. We'll have a short amount of time before more Borg
They did. WC says, "I've been playing Stow these last few days after a couple of years hiatus. It's interesting how the early missions have been revised in the meantime." Yeah, they did go back and do some changes to the. I know a couple of years ago, like 2020, 2021, they did some major upgrades to the Klingon story arc, but then they made some changes to the Federation story. I love the Romulan story. They don't need to change that, in my opinion. But I'd love to have a Romulan recruitment arc going on. We have not done that in a long time. It's either Deltas or it's Klingons. And I wouldn't mind seeing New Romulus finished. Thank you very much. Take down the scaffolding, give it a final coat of paint, let it go.
But who's gonna pay for it?
It's just, it's been there for almost 10 years. It definitely needs a touch-up in the paint. Well, maybe now that they're back here with it being an American company again, they can try and figure out, if they want to take charge of it and really fix up some of the old problems, or maybe take out some of the more problematic episodes. WC says, "True, they're taking almost as much time, as long to finish that building as our government is taking to finish the roads." Yeah. So my friends were here 2 weeks ago, which is why I wasn't on 2 weeks ago. And first night out for dinner, we're coming home. They hit an enormous pothole, rips up the front passenger tire, and it's a Tesla, so it's going to cost a fortune to replace the tire. And we know our roads are bad in Indiana, to the extent that if you get tire damage, you can put in a request, not just to get the roads repaired, but to get reimbursed for some of the damage. And I did notice they were actually out there working on, not that road, but one of the other roads, just redoing huge sections of it because it's been such a bad winter here. The roads are terrible.
How incredibly rude. They keep dying in the moment before I can put my space magic on them.
It is rude. They should know better.
Stop dying, you cowards.
I don't know that they're cowards. They just keep on coming and coming. They're not real smart. Come on, cube. Where are you? There it is.
That ought to hold them off for now.
Oh. Excuse me. It is super quiet in game tonight. I'm not sure what's up with that. Bridge brilliance. Empress Selah was blinded by her seeking revenge on the loss of the Romulan homeworld, and yet New Romulus is the original Romulan homeworld. New old Romulus? New Romulus is. Oh, yeah, interesting. Or maybe it's old
Well,
New Romulus.
yeah, kinda, not really, but yeah.
Well, I mean, there's artifacts from.
Well, the Vulcans told the Romulans to clean up their room, and the Romulans were like, "No!" and I'm running away, and so they did. And first, they landed on Deva 3, which they found out was too irradiated for a permanent settlement, so they went farther to what became Romulus.
Yeah, but all the
What
stuff they
became
left.
then vaporized.
But all the stuff they left on Molrion was, they have the bridges and the buildings and the sculptures, and none of it really bespeaks a space-faring race. It's more like,
Yeah, that was left over from the Devons, apparently.
but
Or supposed to be from the Devons.
you think?
Don't know why that Romulan guy left his sword there.
Yeah. So Romulans are basically Vulcan teenagers who never grew up. Kinda. Now, in Strange New Worlds, they go back to calling Vulcan, now that's been partnered with the Romulans, a new name.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. Okay. See, little things that happen in Starfleet Academy did that actually happen in Strange New Worlds, or was that unique to Starfleet Academy?
No.
Okay. Yeah, something like that, Navarre. Or as we like to say, never. Vulcan is Vulcan. The D1s were early warp capable, but they gave up to embrace Iconian portal tech, which plagued their planet. Yeah, but if you look at what's on New Romulus, that is ancient buildings, ancient bridges. We don't see a whole lot of new tech there. We see old tech. I mean, I'd think more Angkor Wat than I would, New York City. New York City.
Would have been difficult to model. Huh.
I googled ancient cities, and this computer, knowing me as it does, immediately came up with Minecraft and also Angkor Wat. I love it. This is not what I meant.
Well, Angkor Wat is pretty old.
It is pretty old, no doubt about that. It's not the one I was thinking of. Nope. The one that they found that's like 100,000 years old. Nope, that's not the one. Okay, maybe not that old. Göbekli Tepe. That's what I was thinking of. Could not remember it for the name of me, for the life of me.
Brazil. Alternatively, there's also Uruk.
Yes, absolutely. Though the oldest known man-made structure is a 476,000-year-old wooden structure discovered at Colombo Falls in Zambia, consisting of 2 overlapping logs with stone tool marks predating Homo sapiens. Well, that's pretty dang old. The oldest stone construction is a 23,000-year-old wall in Greece's Theopetra Cave, and Göbekli Tepe in Turkey is the oldest monumental temple. They found something else near that, similar to it, but they don't know if it's older or newer. And I don't know anything about that. Hello, Orion Snake. Let's catch up on chat here. Maybe it's the Australian mindset. When we federated, we couldn't make up our minds if Sydney or Melbourne should be the capital. So we made up a new city, Canberra, halfway between the two. So Canberra's a planned pretend city in a location that makes no sense. So saying, let's just say Old Romulus is the OG homeworld, whatevs. It's very, very Aussie.
Get yourself together with people in Brazil and their capital city of Brasilia.
Yeah. Also, I'm from Illinois. What's the capital of Illinois? It's not Chicago. It's Springfield, which is not near anything except Springfield.
And the people there aren't yellow.
No, they are not yellow. But they do have a good sense of humor about it. And I do believe that at one of these state fairs, they do have their Simpsons contests. Oh, by the way, I think yesterday was it Kirk's birthday or William Shatner's birthday yesterday?
Shatner's. He's 95 now.
Man, that man is looking good for 95. Put on a bit of weight, but he does a decent job of carrying it.
Huh.
Oh, Captain Kirk's is also March 22nd, but it's 2233. For most of Trek, they did tend to give the character's birthday the same as the actor's birthday. Good evening, Maywin. How you doing? Isn't Springfield the most common name for a city in the U.S.? Yes, it is. And it's one reason they use it in The Simpsons, because almost everybody's got the Springfield. Starfleet uniforms are quite slimmy. They can be, especially if they're in black, and you make sure that the seams are, properly tapered in and focusing down a little bit. All the main designers for the costumes are very aware that people do tend to fluctuate in weight, so there's a focus on making sure people look slimmer than in real life. Because the camera adds 10 pounds. Who is that? Oh, Kadarko. Okay. Washington is actually not Springfield. I didn't think Washington was Springfield. Did you?
Which Washington?
I assume he's talking about D.C. There are 34 to 35 states in the U.S. with a city, town, or township named Springfield. I like it. There's 34 to 35 because apparently we can't count. We have to take a guess. So, according to this Matt Groening, indicate that Springfield, Oregon was a main influence for Springfield for The Simpsons. And Wisconsin has 5 Springfields because, dang, if we get a name we like, we're sticking to it. So the states that don't have a Springfield are, in my opinion, obviously Alaska, but also Arizona, Connecticut, Hawaii, Iowa, Kansas, Montana, Nevada, New Mexico, North Dakota, Oklahoma, Rhode Island, Utah, Washington, and Wyoming. I think it's up to us to go to each of those states and form a new town and call it Springfield, so we have lots and lots of Springfields just to have a good time with it.
Where would you get the people to form a town in Alaska or Wyoming?
Wyoming would be easier than Alaska. It depends on how many people you need to form a town.
Oh,
Every place has got slightly different guidelines as to no. But generally, if you own a hunk of land and it's got a road that goes through it, you can have a town.
I was thinking most of your citizenry would be gophers.
You've been to the States, eh?
See, in the settlement densities schematics of Wyoming, and no one lives there.
No one lives there. Let's see. The most swimming. Let me jump back. It's the way to not tell everyone they lost count after 33. There's just not quite 33. There's at least 33. How's that? The most slimming thing about Stowe uniforms is the stomach slider. Yes, that's true. There's probably one that isn't an official town. Possibly. There's a rifle name of Springfield, too. Yes, there is. Yeah, I wish I had a slider for my waist and hips and arms. It'd be a lot nicer to just hit the slider and go, oh, yep, there's the muscles I wanted. All right, oops, wrong button. We don't need that one. Let's hit that button. Doodly doodly doo. Let's grab another one here. You up for another one?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, did we play that this morning? We did play that this morning. Go have a good breakfast, WC. Lovely chatting with you. We need to talk after tomorrow because Tom Bauer's book comes out tomorrow, and I'm hoping I can get a copy. That sounds like fun. Oh, that's boring. We've done that one. We did guillotine this morning. That one's fast. That one's boring. Let's see. We're going to do guillotine anyway. Nope, no, we're not. Now we're going to do guillotine.
What?
It's Death! Hi, Death!
Hello.
How are you doing?
Hello.
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. You want to join us for some Death to the Borgs? We're just doing Borg TFOs today.
He's not going to dignify that with an answer.
I take it that's a no? Okay, is there...
Just give me a second. I'm sorry. My Discord is acting up.
Ah!
I'll be right back.
Certainly. Maywin says, never heard someone welcome death so enthusiastically. Well! So, Chuck Norris died, as I'm sure you guys all know. And because he was a martial artist, and he studied not only my style, but in the same practice I did with the ATA, as part of his many, many things that he studied. We respected him and appreciated him. And of course, we started in with Chuck Norris jokes immediately.
Yeah, Death wanted to retire, so he asked Chuck to take over.
Yes. When Chuck Norris was born, he drove his mom home from the hospital. Chuck Norris counted to infinity. Twice.
All right, I think we're good.
Time waits for no man, unless that man is Chuck Norris. There is no theory of evolution, just a list of animals Chuck Norris allows to live. Chuck Norris can divide by 0. Death once had a near Chuck Norris experience.
The boogeyman checks his closet for Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris can slam a revolving door.
What a legacy he left behind, right?
Oh, yeah. Apparently he loved these jokes, too.
Yeah, he did. He read a few of them on a couple of talk shows, was laughing about it.
Chuck Norris has been to Mars. That's why there's no signs of life there.
I am ready for invite whenever you are.
Absolutely. Let me send you an invitation and we will go party. So yes, part of class last night was telling Chuck Norris jokes. A cobra once bit Chuck Norris. After 4 days of excruciating pain, the cobra died. Chuck didn't have a near-death experience. Death will now have a near-Chuck experience. Yeah. So my instructor yesterday was like, I really wish I could have met Chuck Norris. I'm like, but I met Chuck Norris. Which was because he came to teach a class because he was taught in the same study that I do. And my first thought was, oh my God, that guy's short. And then he promptly beat up our grandmaster. So, we'll go with that one. Someone said Chuck Norris died because he wanted a Bruce Lee rematch.
I mean, that's legit.
Yeah. Okay, let's cue this up again, see if this works now.
Now I have to be in life so I can make it to heaven so I can see that rematch.
We will.
We will.
Chuck Norris had the cameo in Expendables 2. Yes, absolutely, Expendables 2. I just appreciate that he didn't take himself super seriously when it came to his acting, his martial arts. I mean, he took his martial arts very seriously, but he didn't take them seriously. So I used to have a martial arts school, as I've said before. Chuck Fu. Chuck Fu! There you go. My school was 3,600 square feet. Pretty decently sized school. And for some reason, I would have a class with like 40 students in it, and all the students decided they had to be within like 5 feet of where I was standing at all times. My dogs are currently doing this to me. One is within 3 feet, the other one's within 3 feet. I have a big house, but they have to be right here. There's a scene in a Chuck Norris Bruce Lee movie, and off the top of my head, I don't know which one, in which they're both warming up, and you can see Chuck Norris in the background, doing some stretches to loosen up, and you can see and hear Bruce Lee in the front, and as he's kind of rolling all of his muscles, you hear all of his bones and joints going crackle, 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 crackle. And it's disarmingly, it's just weird. Yes, I know. You don't have to worry about Chuck Norris. He's not going to scare you tonight. I said that, my dogs are growling. Shepherds are like pit bulls. There is no such thing as privacy or personal space. Lexer says you can't say no to King Charles nor scold it. It will make your heart bleed. Yep. My pit bull will just give me that look of, but I'm so cute. And so innocent. Yes, Maywin, Spaniel, not King Charles. Ooh. I'll go hit 6.
Go to 3.
Why did my shields disappear? There.
Stitching anchor deployed. Projecting shield now. Stitching anchor deployed. Projecting shield now.
Speaking of guillotine and the fact that 5 has not yet started, anybody seen Satalia lately?
Stitching anchor deployed. Projecting shield now.
Nope.
I get messages from her almost every day, so I know she's around. I just haven't seen her in game. No, 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 don't die. Don't die. There we go.
Stitching anchor deployed. Projecting shield now. Stitching anchor 2 is shielded. A Borg assimilator is attempting to escape. Stop it if you can. Shield fully deployed on stitching anchor 3. A second assimilator is attempting to escape. Eliminated. Stitching anchor deployed. Projecting shield now. Confirmation. Escaping Borg assimilator has been destroyed.
That assimilator needs to be stopped.
I just stopped one. I need to protect this 6 at
Near
the moment.
1.
I can't take it down fast enough.
Sorry, I'm stuck defending 1 right now.
And there.
I might die doing this.
Oh, stop! Don't do it.
I has
Assimilator fleeing near 3.
got the one here at 6. Okay, 6 is done. I'm going over to help protect 5.
Intercept and destroy. The destruction of a fleeing Borg assimilator is confirmed. Fully energized. A Borg assimilator is attempting to escape. Destroy it. A Borg assimilator has fled. You must prevent further escape attempts. Destroyed a Borg assimilator.
There's another one between 2 and 3.
Touching it now.
I'm on it. Eventually.
Observe. Something is disrupting the stitching network.
Plot armor? Maywin, we don't use plot armor.
The tactical cubes are the source of disruption. Destroy them both to stabilize the
There's an assimilator over there.
assimilator was destroyed before it could escape.
I wonder if it's too late for DoorDash.
No. What time is it there?
12.
Yeah. But I suppose it really depends on your DoorDash, but... I knew people who DoorDashed as a job, and they specifically did like the 3 a.m. steak and shake run. The town where I study martial arts has a cookie shop that is open until 4 in the morning, and they do deliveries to the dorms of fresh, giant, warm cookies.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Company name is Insomnia Cookies.
Because you can't sleep until you have them again?
Well, I mean, you're up, you're studying. There's a cookie available. Sounds good to me. Maybe it's $5 for a giant cookie, and it's delivered to your door. The dorm. Yeah. Man, I actually could go for that right now. Thanks, Taz. Now I have to go make cookies when we're done here. All your fault.
There is
Ooh, somebody's running the Surik already.
Our efforts
Yep.
were most satisfactory on this day.
Is that
It
you?
was the only one. Yeah, it was the only one out of
Ah,
the pack that I liked. So I just grabbed this one.
it is. It is a Smexy ship.
Very, and it runs smooth too. I like this. That was my maiden voyage in it. It ran good.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I saw the outline when we're scrolling through things. I'm like, somebody got it already? Wow.
I mean, disposable income and all that.
Yeah, no, mine's already disposed of. I'm still paying bills.
Oh,
I swear to God, everything I think everything's all paid off, and then it's like, oh, don't forget you owe X, Y, and Z, 2,000 for the new cabinets that are getting delivered in a week. It's like, no. And then my headset goes out, so that's another $20, $40, $60, whatever. And something else pops up, and I go to a concert, and that's $100, and blah 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 blah. There's always a bill.
yeah, we caught up with bills, and then my wife's air conditioning went out in her truck, so that's another
Where do
1100 I didn't want to spend, but it
Yeah,
happens.
yeah, yeah. I can live without air conditioning in my house, but driving, nope. But I need to replace my air conditioner for the house too because I don't know how old it is, but I do know it is probably the worst installation job I've ever seen. Uh, where I was living, you get a maybe 3 or 4 by 4 foot concrete pad set down, leveled, and then they put the unit on that. So it's secured and it's not going to fall off. The one I've got is mounted on 2 logs on two, each one's got like 2 spikes to hold it up off the ground. And it's this little rinky dink, maybe 18 by 18 by 2 foot air conditioning unit, which works fine, but I'm just waiting for something bad to happen to that.
Well, I mean, I married a thick girl, so she has to have her AC in her vehicle and in the house. And when we
Oh,
bought the house, it had a swamp cooler, and that was it.
oh God.
So that was 12 grand that I wasn't ready to spend, but yeah, it is
Yeah,
what it is. Got to keep the wife happy.
yes, you do. And my husband loved airco. I could not stand it. So the first 2 years I lived in Indy while we were still trying to figure out how to move down here. I didn't turn on the air conditioner in my house once, or in my apartment once. When we moved to a townhouse, I didn't turn it on there either, but I was only there until the winter. Moved to the house, didn't turn it on until I went to Vegas and left the house in charge of Id and my son. And yep, they ran the airco the whole time I was gone. So since Dan, my son, will be running the house again while I'm gone, they're going to run the airco. It's a given. Might as well think about replacing it before I leave. What next? What shall we do next?
You could re-invite me.
I could, but where's the fun in that?
If you want to.
There you go. Let's make sure that didn't muck up this, which it did. There we go.
What the heck? Do TFOs not give mastery anymore?
Yeah, but they don't give a lot of it.
I got 0 for that.
Yeah, you probably got it. You want to level that?
Yeah. Yeah. that'd be
Okay,
good.
let's do some patrols.
One Elite Agala.
Yeah, Elite Argala. Hold on a second. This is a garbage ship for that. Give me a sec. I think this one's already leveled up.
I can't pop into that one for another 7 minutes.
That's perfect. That'll give me a moment to change here. Hang on a second. I'm going to switch over to my other account. Oops. Well, let's see if this works. Hi, Graz. Uh-oh. Hang on, we'll try that again. It's doing its little packety thing. And let's see if it works this time.
Hello.
Hi, Graz. How are you doing?
Doing good. For a second, I had an echo going on. Had you and Twitch talking.
Echo, echo.
Well, fortunately, I was able to take care of Twitch.
Twitch is twitchy. Oh, that's interesting. It's doing its little stutter thing again. Can you try inviting me to the team? What's the hell?
Yeah, what was the account name? I don't see you online.
I'm ZAAN at Brondo_mom.
The Rondo Mom, I should have you in the friends
You
list
should.
if you were online.
It's doing its weird. Oh, I should be online, but you know what? I can.
I see you. I see.
Okay. Yeah, it took a moment for it to populate. Ooh, everybody's here. Hang on, we'll do it that way. There, I'll request to join the team. There you go. Hey, are you in game, Graz?
A few seconds. No, not right now, but in a few seconds, I will be.
Oh, sweet. Hi, Dante. Greetings. Are you okay? Is your weather okay? Are you guys okay out there? We were talking earlier about Kankakee having flooding and hailstorms, and I know you're closer to it than I am, so I was going to call you later and see if you guys are all okay. Especially with your comment, hail all.
Whoops. Now, can you...
What are you trying to do?
Oh, there you are.
No flooding. Okay. No
you
tornadoes.
are on the team. Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Well, you're closer to Kankakee than I am. Oh, apparently I now have Peacock Premium. Okay, and they're trying to sell it to me. It's free for a year by advertising Wicked for Good. No, that is not going to get me to buy or to start that up on my system. Nobody. Nope. As long as you're okay, then I don't have to worry about you. Dante, you want to come play party games with us? We're doing a Borg evening. Except we're going to go run patrols first. Inviting Dante to the party here?
Yeah, still got 2.5 minutes.
Okay, no problems. We have 2.5 minutes to figure this all out. So as soon as Death is off cooldown, we're going to do some patrols to get his new ship, his brand new ship, leveled up.
Now, are we just going two people in the patrol?
Nope, we're just going to drag all of us along. We're all going to have some fun, and it might take us a few extra, but what the heck? It's just a game.
Okay.
Agreed.
Anyone know if the new proton weapons, the Therian stuff, is any good?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, they
Yes.
are. Yes.
Yes.
Especially with the Palvin set, right?
Yep.
Okay. The reason why I ask is I have quite a few of the cannons.
Mm-hmm. That would be fun. I stand corrected, Dante. I am closer to Kankakee than you are. Not much, but smidgen.
Where's that at?
I'm not going to tell you where Dante lives, but
No, I don't.
Oh, Kankakee's middle of Illinois.
Okay.
A little bit. That won't help you at all.
Yeah, if Dante wants to tell me where he lives, that's Dante's choice.
But I'll just put it this way. It turns out I'm closer to Kankakee than he is. And I assumed that because of where he's at, he'd be a little bit closer, but nope. Let's see. Never remove your Pavan Omni rule of acquisition. Never remove your Pavan Omni. It's the 772nd rule of acquisition.
Oh, yeah.
Once you have it, never let it go.
Oh, yeah. I have a phaser build, but the only weapon that's not phaser on my ship is the Pavan Omni.
I've got the Pavan Omni on. Maybe it's on this one? It might be on this one.
Oh, yeah. It comes in handy when you're doing a scatter volley. Also, it's doing fire at will.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I do have it on this ship.
All right, I'm ready. I'm good to go.
All right, we are going to do. You wanted Argala on Elite, correct?
Yep.
Okay, wanted Argala on Elite. Don't forget you have to launch yourself.
See inside.
Let's make sure. Yeah, everybody's on Elite, so.
Yeah, just can't wait until we get the ISO mags for the protons.
We're going to get them?
They better.
There you are. All right, let's go do this thing. I have a bunch of level 2 isomags that I can recraft when we get some proton. Then I can make some money.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm sitting on some ridiculous number of upgrades.
What happened to the? I didn't get the communique saying you've been deputized.
And we're not done with the first sequence. Oh, we are done with the first sequence. What the heck?
Yeah, we're going into the second or third.
Yeah. What the heck? That's the second one now.
Yeah.
Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the asteroids, possibly consistent with temporary hideouts. We do what we want, where we want. Picked up a tight beam transmission on a new frequency. We're jamming that spectrum on their comms now, but it was dropped.
Yes, power creep is a thing. This used to be a challenge on Elite. This is not a challenge on Elite.
Especially when you have like the Archon.
Yeah.
And it's like if you have like 2 or 3 people on a decent build going through this, it's like can we please get the ultimate difficulty and ultimate elite, please?
Yeah. Either reset everything or add an ultimate or whatever.
Yeah.
When you say reset and everything, what do you imagine?
The easiest way is just add another level above elite. That would be the easiest way, but actually make it harder. Because right now, normal is great for like brand new players, and it's great to have it. I don't want to make that harder and make it unfun for them.
Oh,
But advanced is now the new normal, and elite is the new advanced, and we need something to be the new elite.
so I
So
would say
climbing higher, bigger numbers, bigger, better.
Well, I don't want them to just give more ships. I want it to be harder.
it's like maybe make on Elite have the same number of ships on the Ultimate, but have it where their stats are more boosted up.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of having 10% facial resistance, they now have 25.
Last time we had
Ours, something
last
along that
time we
line.
had a vertical progression increase, we lost like, what was it, 75% of the player base?
Yeah, but there's a
So
lot
I
else that was
think
going on with that too.
I think the realistic way of going is to do horizontal progression.
Which would be what?
More skills, less numbers.
Yeah, but that gets boring. They've got to do something to make it more interesting. Let me get off track here. Orion Snake
More
says,
skills is not interesting?
if I have to fight 12 instead of 8, that isn't more interesting.
What do you mean?
It's just longer. It's more of the same.
So make those 8 harder to kill.
I'm
Not what you
saying
meant. Enemies have more skills to throw at you.
Give me enemies that are tougher. Because now I've got equipment that can take them on. Orion Snake is asking, though, is there any exciting Stowe news on the roadmap? There's not a lot coming up that they've announced to us other than we'll probably see 2 new episodes this year coming up. The current storyline will not conclude this year. It'll probably be in 2027. I'm sure we'll see more ships because we have the rights from Paramount to make almost anything that's in Stowe canon, but we have to make it from scratch. We, like I have anything to do with it. Not a lot on story content. I think with going back to being cryptic, it's just kind of figuring out where they're going at the moment. But I will say they hit the ground running a little bit faster with than we did with the conversion to Deca, because it looks like they're keeping at least some of the devs. And I know they're trying to reacquire some of the devs that got let go, but a lot of them already have other jobs. But it would be lovely to see some of them come back. So it just looks like they want to make positive changes to bring the game to more people having fun with it. And, Thomas is Thomas. He loves the game, so if he's executive now, maybe we will see more changes. And certainly some of these things that are happening with ships are bringing in other devs besides Thomas, which is kind of refreshing. Anyway, back to making things more challenging. Death, what did you want to do next? Because I know you didn't level up on that very much.
I got 1 mastery off that, so we
Okay.
can just pop it to another control if you want.
Sure, absolutely. That's what I was thinking. How about Trouble Over Tur
See you
Elite?
there.
Trouble Over Tur Elite. And I'm launching. That one seems to do well for me because there's more battle. It goes on for longer. It throws a few dreadnoughts at us. So this is a great example of one that keeps going up. It's not just more ships, but it's also more of all the levels of ships. Now that we're at Elite, it's throwing in... Okay, my screen's doing its freeze thing. It's throwing in more dreadnoughts and things like that. whenever my computer wants me to run. It's not my computer, by the way. It is my internet, though. I love this, though. The commander's going, "Can you hear me? Is the signal getting through?" No, no, it's not. Otherwise, this would work. I should be smart and try my laptop and see if it's having the same issue.
Lachi are coming out of the rift. Target those Alachi and fire. Rift isn't closing.
Huh.
Alachi warships on intercept course. They're coming from the rift.
Good evening, drunken heretic. I can't even move. This is so annoying.
Reading more Ilachi ships on approach. Get ready to fight. Hostile Ilachi fleet on sensors. Here they come.
The Liberator is in position. We're ready to begin the process.
Well, it's fun to watch you guys doing all that damage. Well, except for Gross.
Yeah, I tend to draw a lot
Hey!
of attention.
Finally is letting me join you. Yay! But getting back to what I was saying earlier, this is one that I like. As you ramp it up, you get more of the more difficult ships. Whereas if you run on normal, you don't see a dreadnought at all. Well, hey, drunken heretic, as Chris was saying earlier, if you don't like the new ships, just think of all the money you save by not buying them.
This is the Liberator. Immediate assistance required.
I wonder if next year's anniversary event ship is going to have Cardassian in it.
Because
they mixed with everyone else already.
Yeah.
wow. That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, we've had a Jem'Hadar Fed Romulan, Klingon Romulan. Did we have a Fed Romulan?
Well,
Yeah, the carrier.
Okay.
Fine.
The Alliance
The
carrier.
Jarlock.
Yeah, the Turok.
Yeah.
Oh, who knows? In story by next year, maybe we'll have allied with the Borg.
I don't know, with the size of the Harmony, there's no excuse not to give us a playable cube.
Yeah, really. That argument is not valid anymore. So yes.
The harmony is a bit smaller than a cube.
Not by much though.
Yeah. That is a gorgeous ship.
And it runs so smooth. Oh my.
How did that do for your leveling?
I can tell you in a second. I'm
Oh,
stuck on the screen.
Mom earlier mentioned that the current story arc will conclude in 2027. Yes, that is the current belief. But as they have pointed out, and we've pointed out, there's a lot of loose ends in the story. Because this goes back, what, 2024 when it started? When did the first... Kings and Queens, it was Wish Upon a Star, and that was Kumarki, Lukari, and the Tholians. Then it kind of... Go ahead.
He said Mastery 2.
Mastery 2, okay. So we got some more to do.
Didn't want to interrupt, sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. So this whole arc has been Kumarki and the Tholians, and then we get into the... yeah, was it Iconians next? No. It was
No,
Undine next. The Undines popped in Scorpion's
No.
Abyss.
Next, we're on the cube and on the Control Borg cube.
Control Borg, right. Then we add the Undine.
Scorpion's Abyss.
Right. And then we have time travelers with the alternate world or alternate universe, Selah.
With, Tasha Yar as the captain of the alternate Enterprise and Selah as the Borg Queen.
Right. Then we go back to a...
It was Tasha that was the Borg Queen.
No, Selah was the Borg Queen. Tasha was the Borg Queen and Selah was the captain.
And then we go back and we've got one with Hugh. And then we've got that little mini one. And the next one goes back to Harry. Harry is the Borg King. And then this last one, we're dealing with the Chimerans. So we have a lot of characters on the board at the moment. It's going to take a while to figure out what the heck is going on. And wrapping it this year I don't think is feasible. It's March, but they pretty much have those two stories scripted out and probably are well into production on them. So to wrap it up is going to take into next year sometime. That might actually be pushing it. I do like that the latest stories that they came out with, though, the episodes are a little bit shorter, not trying to throw quite so much into it. Another patrol?
Let's do Borg Patrol.
Borg Patrol? What one is a Borg Patrol?
Got unwanted guests and out of control.
Oh, unwanted.
Unwanted is there's a lot of enemies at the end.
Perfect. Unwanted guests then?
Unwanted guests.
Unwanted guests. All right. Admiral Kage has returned. Welcome back. Did the dogs like their walk? I'm sorry, that's a stupid question. Dogs walk? Of course. And it's doing its lockout thing, so I will get there when I get there.
Courage, reporting in. Operational status, red.
You must close the vortex as soon as possible. We cannot allow it.
I have no idea why my computer is doing this. Oh.
You are clear to close the vortex now. Well done.
I'm closing it.
Sensors indicate. Sadly, you are not together. We will defeat these vile beings and their soulless vessels. We must remain united to defeat the Borg. We will not let the Borg prevail. Do not relent. We shall be victorious.
Can we just shoot her? Got a lot of weapons.
The Borg seek to decimate this universe, as they did with ours, but we will stop them. Remember, through unity, we are strong. These Borg are consistent in teams, which is why they never fail to underestimate us.
Oh my god, I need to start racing against competitive food eaters. It's
Yeah.
not good for me.
No, it's not good for them either.
Those that remain
Oh, that was short.
now.
I mean, we got a team of monsters with us, so
Yeah.
Victory!
It's still a short.
Sorry.
That's okay. So I was watching some competitive food eaters and realized that was absolutely disgusting to watch that.
Which one did you watch?
I have no idea.
Okay. Did he have a giant beard?
No.
Okay. Then
Wasn't
it was
you.
the beard.
It wasn't you. I know what you look like. Unless you've turned
Yep.
into a much shorter Korean man. It wasn't you.
Yep. Did much shorter? Did he eat 10 kilos of something?
I don't know how much he ate. He was shoving some sort of deep fried, I'm going to say it was like a little piece of chicken. He had a whole bowl of them with a red sauce with green onion and sesame seed on it. He had a pair of chopsticks. And he wasn't eating it. He was just putting it in his mouth and swallowing. It was unappetizing.
That sounds like Matt Stoney.
He's Korean? Or
Yeah.
okay, yeah, could be then. It
He's
definitely put me off food today.
Second or third on the world competitive eaters list. It's insane the amount of food he can inhale.
Oh, it's so repulsive. Good evening, Apulu Felgar. No, food.
And then he doesn't need to eat for the rest of the week.
No, he wouldn't. Ew. What else do we have for a Borgified one? Borg multiverse. Out of control. Hold it. Isn't that the really easy one, though, for out of control?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not do that one. There's not a lot, not a lot of pew-pew in it. I want to go get a T-bone steak. Go for it. The price of steak these days? Nope.
You don't want T-bone. You want ribeye.
Yeah, you want a ribeye. Oh, yeah. Good Delmonico, yeah. No, it is not snack time. No, it's not. I'm saying all these things. The dogs are like, is it snack time? No. No, it is not. You don't want a ribeye? Why a T-bone? You wind up getting just that little. We could do Gone Dark on Elite. Okay. We have a request to go do Gone Dark on Elite. Does that work for everybody?
Oh.
Okay.
yeah, I'm good with it.
Okay. The problem with the T-bone is you wind up with the strip steak on the one side, which is not my favorite steak, and the portion that's on the other side, which is really kind of the ribeye-ish area, is food.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much the issue is you have a bone in the steak.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna get a steak, I don't want any bones in there.
Well, bones can add flavor to it. There's no doubt about that. But
True. But the thing is, it's more. It adds flavor to like stews and soups. I don't want if I'm eating the steak by itself.
mhm.
I don't want a bone to deal with.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
I will take a ribeye anytime.
We have the data. And company. Angry company.
Bones are good to bring back home for your dog, but the problem is I have 2 dogs, and therefore I am morally and legally required to eat 2 steaks, so they each get their own.
Oh no.
Yeah. We normally have a standing rib roast for Christmas, and there's only 4 of us, and my son always gets a minimum of a 2 rib roast, and the butcher's like, you don't need that big of a roast for 4 people. I have 2 dogs. Oh, yeah, you need a 2 rib roast. I make it sound like that's a problem? No. Paying for it's a problem. Dang, steaks are expensive.
You're not leaving here alive.
Actually, that's probably what we should have.
Excellent work. Let's see what's in this ship's database.
Nowhere else to spend your money. There's ships. There's ships out there. Oh! Oh, my starlight. Pulu Felgar has gifted you a sub to us. Thank you, Pulu Felgar. Ships don't taste as good, true. Last longer, though, usually. It was really nice of you to gift that sub to my starlight. Very nice indeed. Thank you so much. Oh, I've killed 200 Vodwire ships. Woo! Can you tell this is a new tune?
Don't tolerate your kind. You pay for being here with your life.
I don't know what that was for, but... Like my mother used to say, if you want any friends, you'll need to buy them. Oh, that hurts. Just remember what my mother used to say. Money can't buy you love, but it can rent it. Who wants to meet us all, drunken heretic? Well, some of us will be in Vegas. Oh, the VOD captain. Ah, yes. He can come to Vegas too. We'll let him. So aside from Kumarki, are there any characters really unique to Star Trek Online that aren't in Star Trek Star Trek?
Don't know.
Well, that's a weird subtitle tagline thing.
Oh,
Worf's grandson.
Worf's grandson?
Yeah. The Klingon that we talk to us when we go to infected
Ow.
space.
The Grim guy?
Yeah. That's actually Worf's grandson.
Oh,
I can say one thing about this new ship.
hmm.
He even looks good going down in flames.
Alexander had a kid? Apparently, yes.
Yes. According to lore of SCR Lord, he did actually have a son before he was killed. But he actually, Alexander actually did die a warrior's death.
Oh,
If I remember correctly, he during the Klingon story arc, they were part evidence of a house that did dishonor to the Chancellor, and he leader of the house attempted to kill Worf, but Alexander jumped in the way and took the shot in which killed him instead of Worf.
Was the same thing that happened to Kemtar/Alexander.
yeah. So, interesting.
Oh, where's the mastery?
Oh, sorry. Yes, where is the mystery?
I am a quarter way through Mastery 3.
Are there Zenkethi in the series?
They are mentioned but never actually shown.
Okay. I'm sorry, what did you say? Ooh, did we lose somebody? We lost Dante. Dante, we lost you. He logged off. Let's see if he comes back to us. Mentioned but seen or mentioned but not seen?
Mentioned but never seen.
Misa back? Yes.
I think there was a Zenkethi war that the Federation had, but it was just mentioned in passing.
Well, it's nice to have reserves. There you are. Death Picket, what are we doing? Oops, hang on. Let me fix that. We have 6 people in here. Let me clean that up a little bit. Where are you on?
The game just threw me out.
Okay, well, we'll wait for you to come back.
Oh,
We can just dive into like ninth rule or something.
Okay, let's wait for what's the hell to get back in here. There he is. Back.
I'm
Okay.
back.
Ninth rule it is. Whoop. Ninth rule. Let's see if I get into it this time.
Looks like there was a fight here recently. I'm not picking up any.
Good to we came,
What?
afraid. Take the cart.
The carter is ready to assist you.
Lead the way. Sure got fucked.
There you go. Let us do this thing.
Marauder class. Safety cloaked.
Where are we, by the way, for leveling?
I'm a quarter way into 3.
Wow.
Let's go.
This doesn't concern you. Find something better somewhere else.
Does it reward mastery points only to ships to you personally destroy?
I don't know. I mean, that would make no sense because I will team with one of my better accounts, and my main tune just sits back, and I get all the mastery points for what they do. I think it's spread out over all of the people playing, though. Whatever mastery we get gets massively spread out. So if you go with one person, you'll get a heck of a lot more than if you get a team of 5. But on the other hand, we're here to shoot things, so...
Yeah, I think you and Taz, and I think also I did one with you as well, where just you went with one other person and noticed that you got a humongous chunk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So when I did my big evening of leveling tunes, not mastering ships, but leveling tunes, it was absolutely easy to do it with one person who had a lot of DPS. But for leveling ships, I think Taz and I went out, and we're getting them in 2 patrols with just the 2 of us, sometimes with 1.
Yeah. Well, it's like right now, if we did it, it might take us at least 6 to 10 patrols to level up.
But if we
Wow.
just let him go with one person, Beth would
it's
have
like
it leveled
you,
immediately.
Yeah, you or Taz or myself
Mm-hmm.
go in
Okay.
and it's like do it with ninth roll, rescue and search. I mean, there would be like one in either done or one in
At this point I'd want to
half
done
a
it.
level. Yeah.
Not in any kind of rush either. So
Well, at the moment you just want to have fun, right?
just here to pop pixels, man.
Gotta use up all that energy you got stored up. We can do rescue and search next if you want.
Sounds like plan.
Okay.
Well fought indeed. They'll think twice about coming Modron's on his...
Oh,
All right, rescue and search. I'm going to launch for rescue and search.
Be there in a sec.
No problems. Apulu Felgar has a conundrum.
Thank you for coming to our aid. As you can see, we're under heavy attack from Klingon raiders. Ja'ula and her minions are up to their old tricks again, I'm afraid. We can...
Ooh. Okay, I'm getting out of shape, but I'm too lazy to exercise. Are you too lazy to exercise, just not interested in doing it? Can you specify what you define as being lazy?
tell you later. I'm too lazy right now.
Whoa, rubber banding. Wow.
That's one less rift to worry about. Let's regroup with Kumarke.
Bad news, I'm afraid. Klingons are approaching our position.
Oh, well, that wasn't good. I hate the Mokai.
Welcome to the club.
Let's deal with distractions, shall we?
Just not giving us... There it is.
Lots of them, indeed.
So, Apula Felgar, my question for you is, you're out of shape, but you're too lazy to exercise. Are you really too lazy to exercise, or you're just not motivated to exercise? Because they're different.
Yeah.
His answer is yes. If you were to exercise, what would you want to get out of it? Chicks. That's actually valid. Very primal, very basic. Well, do you think by exercising you would be able to get chicks? Hey, that's perfectly fine. No, it's perfectly fine.
I mean, you could get chicks just by going to the gym.
There is that too. Well, not my gym, but most gyms, yes. We're never too old. We are never too old. I would say there are only a few attractive young women at my gym, but there's a lot of attractive older women at my gym. You're too old to get chicks? Never. Never. You have to figure out why you would be willing to do something that would push you past being lazy. So I've spent the whole winter being lazy. I've hit the gym, but absolutely not interested in working out like I used to. And part of that is it's, wintertime depression. But then I realized I'm gaining weight. I don't like gaining weight. And my trainer's like, oh, that's fine because it's muscle weight. I'm looking at my clothes going, that's not muscle weight. That is definitely just weight. So I decided, okay, if I lose 10 pounds and I, get X amount of increased muscle mass, I'm going to treat myself to something. Treadmill level 12, speed 3 for 30 minutes. Yeah, he's probably about right. I would say those start with 15 minutes, and one that's comfortable, make it 16 minutes. And then 17. So I started with walking roughly Yeah, but you get something out of it. If you put something into it, you get something out of it. So the first time that you do something and you realize your pants are slightly looser, or your shirt looks better. I have stories about that. No, unless you're in heart failure. I mean, my son has got heart problems, and it's one reason he does go to the gym. Yeah, it's called working out for a reason. But
Also, swimming is
swimming's
really
good too.
good. Yeah, and it's like a really good exercise. The number of muscles that you don't use swimming is quite few.
Swimming won't give you big, bulky muscles, but it'll help you limber up. It'll help get everything open and moving. Pretty good for cardio.
Yeah, if you're looking just to lose weight, swimming.
Yeah.
But if you're also wanting to bulk up, add other stuff to the swimming.
But and my latest thing is I used to go for an hour and that was boring and all that, so I now pick out one about 40-minute podcast. And I spend the first however it takes to get a mile at the treadmill done, and then I go down and I pick a set of muscles I'm going to work on, whether it's glutes or hamsters or quads or like today I have a bad wrist, which is a long story, but I wanted to work on getting some additional strength, so the whole time was just working on wrists and forearms for the 25 minutes that I had left in the podcast. Swimming is definitely easier on the joints. I will warn you, though, that a lot of people who swim do so because they're getting older and sometimes not the most attractive. So if you're going for the chicks, that's probably not the room where you're going to find the chicks. But the hot tub afterwards, yes. But, just go in, spend 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15. If you can spend 15 the first time around, do that. But the minute it gets boring and uninteresting, change to something else. Try and find an exercise that resonates with you. Assisted pull-ups are my favorite. Really enjoy those. I know what's really bad, but what do you think is really bad? All the good chicks are at the comic book section of the local public library. Oh, I love that thought.
Right.
You get a free gym membership, then go. Even if you don't do a lot, go. Socialize with people. Talk to people when you get there. You'll find somebody who's willing to help you. I was doing squats the other day, and a very nice person came up and said, "Oh, are you doing whatever it was?" I said, "No, I'm doing squats." And he's going, "Oh, can I help you with those?" I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "Well, your feet are in the wrong place and your hands are in the wrong place and your posture's a little off, so you're going to get hurt. But if you move your foot like half an inch that way and here and stick your butt out there, you don't like people. Well, be that way. We're trying to help you." Yeah, you can use AI to create a beginner's workout. Brilliant, drunken heretic. Brilliant. There's a lot of things like Fitbod and can't remember, little AI programs. What's really bad? Chocolate lava cake with chocolate ice cream. Oh, gosh, yes. No, that's really good. Really good. Ryan Snake says, "Who likes people?" And if you really hate going to the gym, go buy yourself a bicycle or go to the gym and swim. Very solo activities. Bicycling is amazing. Now I want to get a triple chocolate cheesecake. Buy it after you go to the gym. Let's do one more patrol here. Death, what one do you want to do? And we'll do this one, then I'm going to... Oh, health correct. You have us. People are overrated. The best thing is, though, if I walk to my gym, Cracker Barrel is right next to it, and I can go get blueberry pancakes when I'm done.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just knock out a quick wanted. I don't want to hold you guys up.
Oh, no worries. A quick wanted. Here we go. And my last gym had a ice cream shop right next to it, and on their window in the front it said protein smoothies and protein shakes, blah 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 blah. And the owner's like, "Yeah, nobody ever comes in for those, but they see the sign. They just got out of the gym, and they're like, well, people think I'm going in there for something healthy while I get a hot fudge sundae."
Oh, hot fudge sundae is healthy. Healthy for your morale.
Yeah, definitely healthy for your meal. There are days that I use service elevator at work just to avoid sharing the elevator with people. But you
Is
can
it a protein hot fudge sundae?
No, it is absolutely not. Need a gym that's near a steakhouse. I used to go to one that was near a steakhouse. Never went to the steakhouse though. It was interesting. Come on, don't lag me up. You're not letting me do anything. Get a pedometer. I had an emergency at work on a Saturday, and all the elevators were locked except one. So I got in it. It wouldn't accept my card to get up to my floor. So I'm like, okay, I can take the stairs. Went up there, won't accept my card to open the interior fire door. Now I'm starting to get a little panicky because that far back in the building, it also won't let you phone. And the emergency phones go down to the service room, which isn't used on Saturdays. Is anyone else having a problem getting into this, or is it just me?
It's like it's just you, but yeah, don't worry.
Yeah,
It's already over.
It's doing 95.22. I honestly don't know if it's my computer that's the issue or my internet. If you guys are in there, launch. Feel free to launch.
Yeah,
Oh,
we just launched out
Yep.
because we're done.
Oh, that's perfect. And I'm stuck here in void. waiting, find out what's going on.
Hmm.
So, I have no idea why this is doing it. It didn't do it up until about a month ago. It started doing this, and it's getting progressively worse and worse. But at the same time, whatever they did to the server during the last big server maintenance fixed the problems that some of the people in Europe were having, like Pi. So I have no idea, but the rest of everything I've got is just fine. Yeah, we missed it. Well, if I ever get out of this, I will log out of the game. If anybody has any ideas of why this is happening to me, I'd love to hear it. Maybe it's a sign.
Maybe. But thanks for letting me tag along. Appreciate you guys' help on the mastering.
Thank you so much for being here, Death. Dante, let me know what your thoughts are on that. I'm curious. You're the first person I know who's done that. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here with this weird screen finishing this way because nobody wants to watch this slowly not happen. We will be back tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Wagovi, look it up. Anyway, everyone have a wonderful evening while my computer finishes doing this. If anybody has an idea about... No, stop. Just stop. Or how I could fix this. Thank you. Anyway, have a great night, everybody. I will talk to you later.
Later.
A great one, Mom.